fesko driving school. Our previous class we talked about introduction to model town board. Today's topic we are going to talk about introduction of model town board movements. Jinsi ya kuingia na kutumia model town board vizuri. Kwa hivyo kama kawaida, you can subscribe, share, like and comment. Let's begin. Class, we want to talk about movements on the model town board. When you see this model town board, there are arrows. These are directional arrows. They give us options how to enter and exit the roundabout without obstruction. Look, this is lane number 1. We count our lanes from left. Lane 1, lane 2, lane 3, lane 4. This is the major road. And this one, lane 1, lane 2, lane 3, minor roads. These are minor roads. Now, when you want to move on this model town board, you look for the arrows. Lane number 1 has 2 arrows, meaning it has 2 options. It has 2 options. At the roundabout, when you take lane number 1, it means you have 2 options. You either go straight, the S movement, straight movement. You approach roundabout lane number 1, enter roundabout lane number 1, then exit straight roundabout lane number 1. That's the S movement. The second option, the L movement. The L movement. When you want to go on the left-hand side of your roundabout, then it means you will take lane number 1. Take number 1, enter roundabout number 1, turn left, L movement. Then you exit like that. Let's go to option lane number 2. When you take lane number 2, you only have S movement. The S movement is the straight movement. The straight movement. This is how it is done. Lane number 2 has only one option. You are going straight only. Approach lane number 1 and number 2, enter number 2, then exit straight lane number 2. Correct, class. Let's go to lane number 3, and I would like one of you to show us. Lane number 3 has 2 options. The first option, the S option. Who can do it? Class? Yes, try. The S movement. Yes. Correct. Only that you are not talking. The S movement. Lane number 3. Approach roundabout number 3. Enter number 3. Exit straight. The S movement. Now, let us go to lane option 2, lane number 3. We can call it the R movement, because we are turning on the right hand side. Sasa, we are turning on the right hand side. Who can show us? Another one to show us? Yes.
We take lane number 3.
Take lane number 3.
Roundabout lane number 3.
Yes.
You exit.
You
enter lane number 2.
You enter lane number 2. Why do we enter 2 and not 3? Because when you are coming from the major road, your exit is on the left-hand side and on the right-hand side. And on the right-hand side we have minor roads or the feeder roads. It means we will subtract 3 minus 1. Then we enter lane number 2. Correct. Let's go to lane number 4. Lane number 4 has 4 options. Has 4 options. We have the S movement. Alafu we have the U movement. Then we have the left movement. Then we have the 0 movement. That's how we move on lane number 4. The S movement, the U movement, then the left movement, and the straight movement. Sorry, the S movement is the last one, the one we call O movement. We have the first movement, if I may correct that. The first movement is the left movement. The left movement. Left movement on line number 4 is 90 degrees. Who can do it for us? Who can do it? 90, the left movement, 90 degrees. And class, students confuse this. Kindly note this. 90 degrees is always on your right. 90 degrees is always on your right hand side. Isn't it? 90 degrees is always on your right hand side. The first exit is 90 degrees, so meaning you should exit on your right hand side at the roundabout. So who can do for us the 90 degrees? The 90 degrees. No, you don't. No. Another one.
You take your lane number 4.
Yes.
You go round about. You take the lane for the roundabout. You exit through lane 3.
Correct. You exit lane
3.
3. You exit lane 3. That is the right movement. So, the right movement. We will exit on lane 3 because we are minusing 1. Always we minus 1. So the movement of lane number 4 is 4, 4, 3. 4, 4, 3. 90 degrees on your right hand side. 4, 4, 3. 90 degrees. Another one. Now we come to the U movement. U movement. U movement. How do you understand by U movement? Class, who can tell us what is a U movement?
U movement is to go where you came from.
Yes, correct. Going back where you are coming from. So the U movement, you enter roundabout. When you realize you want to go back where you're coming from, then approach roundabout with the correct lane, and know that you are making a U-turn. That's the U movement. So who can do for us?
So you take lane number 4. You enter on roundabout lane number 4. Then you go back where you came from. You exist on lane number 4.
Number 4. That is the U movement. Correct, class? The U movement. Now, let us go to this, another one. The L movement. What is the L movement? The L movement is going on your left. Going on your left. Once you realize you want to go on your left, then you enter roundabout lane number 4. Then it means you will use the L movement. Who can do for us the L movement? Let's try.
Come and then go. The roundabout. Roundabout. Come and then you take. Come and you go ahead and call me.
What is 3? No, you've wronged again. What is 3? Count your length. Count your length. Make sure. Who can try it again?
Let me try. Take lane number 4. Close it out the path. And you exit through lane number 3.
Lane number 3. As we say, you minus
1.
4 minus 1 is equals to 3. You entered 2. 4 minus 1 is not 2. 4 minus 1 is 3. So the movement 4, 4, 3 on the left side. On the left side. 4, 4, 3 left. 4, 4, 3 right. Isn't it?
Yes.
4, 4, 4 U. Yeah? Now let's go to the last option, the S movement. The S movement. The S movement is the straight movement. The straight movement. You are going straight. And you are on line number 4. So you must exit line number 4. Sawa sawa. You must exit number 4. The S movement. Who can do for us the S movement? The S movement has how many degrees? First of all, you should know the degrees. 360 degrees. So the S movement is on your forehead. 360 degrees. You complete what? A circle. Then you exit straight. Who can do for us?
Try.
Try again.
Come on before. Come on roundabout. Come on roundabout again. Come here and you take the
Correct. Good. That's movement on major rods. That's movement on major rod. Now let us go to minor rod. Let us go to minor rod. Minor rod as usual. Lane number 1 has how many movements? 2 movements. Who can do for us quickly? I don't want to teach that. I just want us to move. Quickly, lane number 1. The S movement and the S movement and the L movement. That is the straight movement and the left movement. You should know that. The S for straight, L for left. Let's go.
So first, you go straight. Then 1. Then you turn roundabout. Then you exit to lane number 1.
Yes. When you are going straight and you are on minor road, approach roundabout lane number 1, enter number 1, exit straight number 1 without obstruction. Let's go to the L movement. The L movement.
Is on your left side.
On your left side, correct.
So you come roundabout, you
turn on the left side like that. Class, the L movement is on the left. You draw letter L, left. Then you know you are going on the left side. Let's go to lane number 3. Lane number 2, sorry. Lane number 2 has how many options?
1 option.
It has only 1 option. The S movement. Straight only. Let's go, class. It is good you stand up when driving on model town board. Don't sit class. You stand up. That's not straight, my friend. What is straight? That's not straight. That's not straight. Sit down. Sit down and relax. That's not straight. Straight. What is straight? Who can show us straight?
When you are in lane number 2, the minor road, you enter the lane number 2 in the roundabout. and you exit through lane number 2 in the
That's correct. That's correct. That's correct. Look for the arrow. Look for direction arrow, my friend. This direction will show you where you are going. Always use directional arrows. Let's go to lane number 3. Lane number 3 has 5 options. As I summarize, line number 3 has 5 options. This is how we arrange our table when on lane 3 minor. The first option, the S movement. Straight. 3, 3, 3. Let's go. Chop, chop. Let's go.
You end on roundabout lane number 3. You exit with lane number 3.
Correct. Now, the R movement, the right movement. You see lane number 3 has 2 movements, S and R. So, the R movement, the right movement. You are going on your right hand side. Let's go, my friend. 3, 3, 3. Isn't it? Yes. So you are going this direction. Yeah, let's go.
So you take lane number 3. You end on the roundabout lane number 3. You exit to the lane number
3. That's not 3. 1, 2. Who can try it again? Then 3. You enter roundabout lane 3. You see? You move like this. This is how we move. You exit lane number 3. Count from left. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. The third option. The third option. You enter 4. Yeah?
Yeah.
You enter 4. You turn right. You exit 4. The fourth option. You enter 3. Enter roundabout 4. Yeah? The U-turn. The U-turn. You exit number 3. And the last option, you approach roundabout number 3. You enter 4. Then you make 270 degrees. The left turn, the L turn. You exit like that. That's how we move on our model town board. As I wish you the best of luck in your exams. Out there, drive safe, drive carefully. Thank you. Subscribe and share. Comment.